We're going to take a song called There Was an Old Witch, and we're going to use it to look at a few things. First, to see if we can recognize do and so, or C and G on the musical staff. Secondly, to see if we can perform in A, B, A form. And lastly, to see if we can come up with some ways to move around while we're singing and thinking musically. The first thing we need to do is check out the words of our poem. So I'm going to ask you to repeat them after me, and I'm going to speak them rhythmically. There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Corn stalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. Plop goes the hop toad sitting on her hat. We chuckled I, what fun, what fun. Halloween night when the witches run. We're going to add some motions, but not to every single line, not quite yet. Actually, every other line. So for now, we'll speak through There Was an Old Witch, believe it if you can. For the second line, tap on some windows and run in place. For she tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. Just speaking, she ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air, and then corn stalks flying from the old witch's hair. Show corn stalks flying out of someone's hair, or however you think that would look. That's what I'm interested in. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. For now, we're just going to speak it. Plop goes the hop toad sitting on her hat. We're going to go like this. Plop goes the hop toad sitting on her hat. Okay. We chuckled I, what fun, what fun. We speak, and the last line, Halloween night when the witches run. Well, you come up with your own thing. I'm probably going to do something where I show running again. I'll think about how I'm going to show Halloween night. Okay, let's speak through the whole thing, and on every other line, incorporate our motions. Here we go. There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air, corn stalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat, plop goes the hop toad sitting on her hat. We chuckled I, what fun, what fun. Halloween night when the witches run. I was imagining a big spooky full moon for Halloween night. Did you know that this year on Halloween there's going to be a big spooky full moon? Now that we're familiar with the words and some of the movements that go with the song, I'm going to share the melody or the pitches that make up the tune, okay? So take a look at the musical example here. You have a staff, which is a system of 5 lines and 4 spaces that are used to read music for. Can you see my 5 lines, 4 spaces? If you were learning to play recorder last year, you might recognize some of these. I don't know when you might have been learning, but I know at least at my school, we didn't get very far into the recorder. So some of you might be really familiar with a lot of these notes and some of you will be less familiar. So we're going to try to get everybody on the same page. Notice that there is this pickup measure like we had in our sight reading example. We also have single eighth notes, single T's. Okay. We have low C or low do. We have high C, high do. We also have G. And maybe this looks a little familiar, and if it does, it's because I use the rhythm for sight reading, okay? Let's look at a couple of other things. Here in the time signature space, we have a letter, the letter C. Maybe you've seen that before, maybe you haven't, but it's something that you already know, even if you don't know you know it. It's called common time. Most of the music that you have looked at, most of the rhythmic examples this year have been in common time. It's the 4 on top of the 4. So I just wanted you to be familiar with a couple of different ways of seeing something that you experience all the time. One other thing to show you is here this word moderato. This is a tempo marking. We talked about tempo. This tempo marking means moderately, not too fast, not too slow, medium, okay? And up here we have some of the note names. We're just going to focus on the C's and the G's. All right. Let's see. On all of the low C's, we're going to show our do again like this. On all of our G's, we'll show so, and all of our high C's will show high do. Let's listen to it, and I'm going to ask you to sign along with me as we hear the different parts of the melody.
There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Cornstalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. Plop goes the hobtoad sitting on her hat. We chuckled, what fun, what fun. Halloween night when the witches run.
I was so busy doing all the motions, I was having a good time, that I forgot to change so you could see the next slide as well. So I'll give you a minute to look over it. Let's just do it again, because I did ask you if you thought you might be able to find how many C's high, how many C's low, or how many G's. I need to move myself. I'm in the way. I'm getting in my own way. Okay. This time, really pay attention and see if you can figure out how many of each of those letter-named notes I said. And sign along.
There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Cornstalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. Plop goes the hobtoad sitting on her hat. We chuckled, what fun, what fun. Halloween night when the witches run.
That time I remember to change the slide. So, as you look at this piece of music, especially in the places when we have low do, so, and high do, I want to point out something to you. It's called contour. Maybe you've heard that word in an art class before. Contour refers to the shape of something. A contour drawing would be just the drawing of an outside without shadows, with an outline, not outside, but without shadows, without a lot of depth. So the contour here of the melody is that it starts low and it ascends, it goes higher, and then it comes back down, it descends. And the part that we're signing over and over again with our solfege has this up and down motion the whole time through. So now I hope you know what the word contour means. And it's time to put it all together. Let's stand, make sure you have space around you, and we're going to do the whole thing, motions, singing, ABA form. I'm excited. Are you ready to try the whole thing? Here's how we're doing it. all the way through with the words and motions, then all the way through just the motions, then all the way through with the words and motions again, otherwise known as A, B, A form. Okay, here I go. There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Corn stalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swoosh goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. Plop goes the hop-toad sitting on her hat. We chuckled, "Aye, what fun, what fun! Halloween night when the witches run." There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the windows and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Corn stalks flying from the old witch's hair. Swish goes the broomstick, meow goes the cat. Plop goes the hop-toad sitting on her hat. We chuckled, "Aye, what